From the Sheraton Hotel in downtown Phoenix, Mayor Greg Stanton delivers his State of the City address for 2017.
All right, a great day in Phoenix. Thanks everyone for being here. I want to thank you, Todd, and the team at the Phoenix Chamber for hosting us here today in downtown Phoenix. I'm excited about the wellness initiative that you described and everything that you are doing for our community. And you mentioned some of them. We are blessed to have some very special guests here today. My partners on the City Council, Felda Williams, Daniel Valenzuela, Kate Gallego, Vice Mayor Laura Pastor, Jim Waring, and Deborah Stark. Thanks for being great partners. Give them a big round of applause. And he couldn't be here, but I wanted to be here, my friend, Governor Stephen Roe Lewis, a truly visionary leader, especially when it comes to water policy. I'm proud of the work that Phoenix and the Gila River Indian community are doing together. In absence, let's give a big round of applause. Sheriff Paul Penzone, you've already done so much to restore confidence in the Sheriff's Office. Closing Tent City was the right thing to do, and your leadership has made us a safer community. We have some great leaders and friends from the state legislature and the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, and my partners in economic development, fellow mayors from the Valley, Mesa Mayor John Giles, Peoria Mayor Kathy Carlett, my friend Tempe Mayor Mark Mitchell. These are great teammates. Give a big round of applause, please. The guy that gets stuck working every day, our city manager, Ed Zerker. He does a fantastic job leading the best employees any mayor or city could ask for. Thank you, Ed Zerker. And the leaders of the two finest public safety departments in America, Fire Chief Kara Cockbrenner and our Police Chief Jerry Williams. Two homegrown talents who rise to the occasion every day to protect and serve our community. I'm a grateful mayor. Thank you, chiefs. And our great partner in workforce development, Maricopa County College Chancellor Maria Harper Merrick. Dr. Maria Harper Merrick, thank you for all you do. We couldn't achieve our success without you. We love our community colleges in Phoenix. And one more, you're all special guests, but one more particularly special guest. My dad, Fred, is here today. Dad, thank you for being here. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. This is the 6th time that I've stood before you to report on the state of our great city, to reflect on our challenges and opportunities, and to share our progress. And when I think about our future, I think about those who came before us. We may be a young city, but the story of Phoenix is rich with history. We've always been home to innovators. It began centuries ago with Hohokam engineers who moved water better than anyone in the world with a 135-mile canal system that brought life to our region. We saw it all again when a pair of entrepreneurs built Phoenix's first electric streetcar system 100 years before light rail opened new possibilities. And we're inclusive as a city. 65 years ago, local civil rights leaders Eleanor and Lincoln Ragsdale and the NAACP persuaded a Phoenix city councilman named Barry Goldwater to join the fight to desegregate Phoenix schools a full year before Brown versus Board of Education. And through a ballot, please. And through a ballot initiative led by the Arizona Equal Suffrage Campaign, women secured the right to vote here 8 years before it was earned nationwide. These qualities are at our core. They're in our DNA. And although there are times where we have fallen short, Today, they are as alive and well as they have ever been. For more than 5 years now, we have charted a course true to those values. A city that welcomes everyone, respects everyone, with a more innovative economy that creates real opportunity for everyone. We see it in Phoenix's new economy and the better jobs we're creating. The investments we made to turn our economy from one dependent on real estate into one rooted in innovation, they've worked, and history will show we have made the right choices. Biosciences are booming, and over the last 5 years, the number of tech companies in downtown has quadrupled. We see it in the results of our renewed Phoenix-Mexico relationship. It's stronger than ever, producing more exports and more jobs here in Phoenix. We see it in the actions we took to turn a city once labeled the least sustainable on earth into one recognized for our leadership on sustainability and for moving the needle on water resiliency. We see it in the wisdom of Phoenix voters who passed the largest investment in transportation infrastructure in our history and paved the way to boost bus service and triple our city's light rail system. We see it in the outcome of our city's anti-discrimination ordinance. Today, Phoenix is one of the most welcoming cities in the country for our LGBT brothers and sisters. And our perfect score, 4 years in a row from the Human Rights Campaign, tells the world that in this community, you are valued no matter who you are, where you're from, or who you love. We see it downtown where there is more energy and more people than ever. You can feel it. Our city is Arizona's new live music capital, and downtown is a great place for arts and culture and sports and restaurants and nightlife. But it's much more than that. It's a higher education hub that is spurring innovation and attracting the talent we need to compete. That is a direct result of the investments and decisions we made together. We see it in our ability to be a world-class host. In the last 27 months, we've hosted events for the Super Bowl, College Football National Championship, and the Final Four. Without a hitch, we welcome more than 1 million people to the heart of our city for these great events. It's no wonder there is a rising pride in our city, and I am filled with more hope and optimism for our future than ever before. Let there be no doubt about it. We are writing the greatest chapter in Phoenix history right now. Now, it hasn't been easy. We had to rebuild an economy in ashes. The future we wanted was an economy that lifts everyone up, one focused on exports and rooted in innovation. To get there, we had to make some changes. Our relationship with Mexico, our largest trading partner, it didn't go up in flames because of the recession. That was a case of arson. Mexico was told by our state legislature, we don't trust you. We don't want to do business with you. So while others hid behind politics, we crossed the border, extended our hand, and said, we are in this together. And you stepped up too. We worked with Tucson Mayor Jonathan Rothschild and the city of Tucson and led multiple trade delegations, along with the Greater Phoenix Chamber, the Arizona Chamber, the Hispanic and Black Chambers, Visit Phoenix, GPEC, and so many others in the business community. We opened not one, but 2 trade offices in Mexico City and also in our sister city of Hermosillo. We listened, we answered tough questions, and we sent the message that everyone benefits when we work together. Our export economy supports more than 100,000 great jobs here in Arizona, but its potential is far greater. Mexican consumers and tourists are now returning to Arizona, and Mexican companies are reinvesting and creating jobs right here. We are undeniably headed in the right direction. and our business community should want no part in reversing our hard-earned positive momentum. We can't let antagonism from the White House towards Mexico change who we are here in Phoenix. That's why last week our city council voted to ensure that our police department won't be part of any mass deportation force. And we can't undermine public safety, and we refuse to tear families apart. We've improved trade relationships, but it's not just enough to be smart on trade. We have to be smarter about what our local economy produces too. The most important element in today's economy is innovation. In the recession, the challenge for us wasn't that our innovation-based jobs didn't fare well, it's that there weren't enough of them. We knew to change the course of our economy, we couldn't do things the same way. We had to shock the system. That's why, even when times were tough, we made it a priority to invest in the biosciences. Take the Phoenix Biomedical Campus downtown. Support from our city council helped open 3 new research buildings since 2012, including a world-class cancer center. Those buildings are now filling up with doctors and researchers and students. In Northeast Phoenix, the Arizona Biomedical Corridor, Mayo Clinic and ASU, 2 of the best innovators on the planet, have teamed up with the city of Phoenix to create a national destination for top quality health care. Not only will this save lives and improve health outcomes, it will be a major economic driver that will create thousands of great jobs right here in Phoenix. Dr. Wyatt Decker from Mayo, ASU President Dr. Michael Crow, they've been incredible partners. And we've been working together for years now, and it's moving. Last year, with the help of the Phoenix IDA, Mayo opened that spectacular $180 million proton beam therapy center. And right now, ASU is finalizing plans for the flagship building of what will become a 24-acre Health Solutions Innovation Campus. So in the very near future, Councilman Jim Waring and I will be asking our colleagues to make a significant investment we need for this campus to grow and thrive. That's what we want for the future of our community. Dr. Decker, thank you for your leadership. To get what we want for the future for our community, we need to fuel that ingenuity, that spirit of ingenuity and innovation that has defined the greatest chapters in our city and our state's history. Phoenix is a place where breakthroughs happen, where cures are discovered, where we push the limits of human knowledge. Throughout the city, we see now that innovation breeds innovation. That's why a growing number of technology companies and startups have found their homes here. Entrepreneurs, they're breathing new life into the once forgotten warehouse district, which has become a magnet for creative thinkers. Instead of seeing abandoned brick buildings, Brad and Heidi Janenga saw a home for their fast-growing startup, WebPT. Mike Calley created spaces that drew the type of companies that invest back into our community. And our newest tech hub, Galvanize, has already attracted many more, including Valley success stories, ClearVoice, Coplex, and Picmonic. In just the last 5 years, the number of tech companies downtown has grown from 67 to more than 260, and it's not slowing down. We added 2 more this week. The word is getting out. Forbes, Fortune, and the New York Times have all recently pointed to Phoenix as a rising community for tech and entrepreneurship, and we are just getting started. To build on this critical mass and to bring more companies, we have a team of innovators who are lending us their time and expertise to craft a strategy for Phoenix's Innovation District. And I am a grateful mayor for your hard work over these last months to bring even more talent to the heart of our city. Thank you, Phoenix Innovation District. It's going to happen big time. I know that in an economy with real opportunity for everyone, prosperity and good jobs can't be limited to only certain parts of our region. It's time for us to do more in the West Valley in particular. Nearly half of the West Valley workforce commutes to other parts of the valley each day. That's a lot of talent and a lot of valuable time wasted behind the wheel. The new 202 freeway is under construction, and that offers us a rare opportunity to create jobs in a vast new employment corridor. We're not going to let this opportunity pass us by. We are creating the South Mountain Technology Corridor near the freeway alignment in West Phoenix along 59th Avenue. It will be a great area filled with modern business parks for advanced manufacturing, business services, and emerging industries. Think of it as the Price Corridor for the West Valley. And we have to get it right. It will mean tens of thousands of jobs over the next 20 years. This will be a game changer, not just for the West Valley, but for our entire region. I'm excited about this project and working with Chris Mackey and our team to get it going. In Phoenix, please. In Phoenix, we're focused on recruiting new companies and new innovators. But I haven't forgotten that companies that are already here create 80% of the new jobs in our market. That's why I'm proud to continue to partner with Todd and the Greater Phoenix Chamber, because through the Phoenix Forward initiative, we are committed to supporting these local job creators in fast-growing industries. So Todd, thanks for your partnership, and we support Greater Phoenix Forward. Thank you so much. Every day, I talk to people who are blown away by what's going on in Phoenix, and it's especially noticeable in downtown. It's become a place where we can go home, get to by light rail, walk with our families, catch a game, eat at an award-winning restaurant, rent a bike, or go to class. With an arts and culture scene brought alive by events like First Friday and the incredible exhibits at the Phoenix Art Museum, a bustling downtown benefits everyone. And there are some people who saw downtown's potential before almost anyone else. Visionaries like Charlie Levy, who looked at an old repair shop and transformed it into the Crescent Ballroom. He's given us the Valley Bar and Viva Phoenix, and soon the Van Buren. And that Midas touch turned Phoenix into the live music capital of Arizona. At the arena, Ralph Marchetta is booking the biggest acts in the business. John Largay and the McDowell Mountain Music Festival have shown us the possibilities of Hance Park as a premier outdoor music venue. And this October, Superfly, the same team that made Bonnaroo and Outside Lands national success stories, will create a new 3-day music, culinary, and arts experience at Steel Indian School Park with the Lost Lake Festival. This surge in great culture is making downtown a place where people want to live again. That's why you see new housing and construction everywhere you look. We need that new space because downtown's vacancy rate is the lowest in 2 decades. Just 2 weeks ago, on a vacant lot in the heart of our city, Red Development broke ground on a project that will bring more than 300 residential units and 150,000 square feet of creative office space. But more importantly, it will be the site of a downtown Fry's grocery store. It's happening, it's broken ground. So much is happening, but at the same time we're making progress, we have to prepare for our future. Downtown's strategic plan hasn't seen an update for too long. We're going to hit that refresh button. And with the leadership of Councilwoman Kate Gallego and Councilwoman Deborah Stark, as well as Downtown Phoenix, Inc., leading the way, we're going to have a new, exciting plan by the end of this year. Thanks for your leadership, council members. It's going to be a great plan for our downtown. One of the primary drivers of new life in downtown is our investment in light rail. And it's not just downtown. Those tracks are lifting communities in Mesa and Tempe and along 19th Avenue in Phoenix. In fact, we have seen more than $9 billion of investment along the line since the system opened not even a decade ago. Thanks to Phoenix voters, we're getting ready to expand. And the first place we're going, South Phoenix. This means more economic opportunity and more options for people to get to work and school. Just last week, our city council approved a $50 million agreement with Valley Metro, and I couldn't be more excited that we are delivering on the promise we made. And nobody has pushed harder for light rail south on Central than Councilwoman Kate Gallego. From chairing the Move Phoenix campaign to digging into the nitty-gritty details on this project, Kate, you know how to get things done and deliver. Thank you, Councilwoman Kate Gallego. And Proposition 104, it's making a real difference for everyone. Over the last year, 100 new buses and dial-a-ride vans have hit the road. We've added bus routes, extended hours, added 55 new miles of bike lanes, and quadrupled road repairs. Those mass transit investments strengthen our economy. And that's true with our investment in Sky Harbor as well. Since we opened the expanded SkyTrain, it's now possible for visitors to walk out of the terminal, connect to light rail, and hop off in front of their downtown Phoenix hotel. That convenience helped earn Phoenix a previously unthinkable recognition from the New York Times. It recently named Phoenix one of the top destinations in the country for car-free vacations. Can you believe it? A newly modernized Terminal 3 will make Sky Harbor even more competitive. And in the new space, we're going local, just like we did in Terminal 4, where homegrown legends like Deluxe and Four Peaks and Blanco greet out-of-towners to our state. That local-first approach, it earned Phoenix the number one ranking as the best airport in America for new small business. And another thing about Sky Harbor, the great partnerships we have built with top airlines. And I'm particularly grateful for Southwest Airlines. Just last month, Southwest committed to grow its presence at Sky Harbor by doubling the capacity of its maintenance facility and committing to a new 8-gate concourse at Terminal 4. Thank you, Southwest Airlines. We're going to grow together. The success of this incredible economic engine for our state is because of years of thoughtful, dedicated leadership. And no one on our city council has fought harder for Sky Harbor than Thelda Williams. If you like what's going on at the airport, thank Thelda, and let's do that right now. Thelda Williams, we appreciate your leadership. Just like we're investing in infrastructure, we invest in our people. We can only sustain an innovative economy if young people are learning the skills they need to succeed. And we want everyone to be a part of that success. And with innovative thinking, we're preparing kids through our libraries. Because of the vision and leadership of Councilman Daniel Valenzuela, Code Phoenix, a great public-private partnership, is tackling the skills gap and making technology education accessible to anyone who wants to learn. Through it, we are reaching young people who are traditionally underrepresented in technology fields and teaching them computer coding and STEM skills. Daniel, our economy is stronger because of your leadership. Thank you for bringing Code Phoenix to Phoenix, Councilman Valenzuela. One other thing about Phoenix, we don't leave anybody behind. That's why when President Obama challenged communities to do more through the My Brother's Keeper initiative, Phoenix didn't just step up. We created a model program for the country. Phoenix business leaders are now working with neighborhood leaders, clergy, and educators to mentor young men of color, making connections to education and job opportunities that will help them reach their vast potential. When they win, Phoenix wins. And that program wouldn't have happened without the leadership of Vice Mayor Laura Pastor, which she has led the way, the whole way on this issue, and she is here today with a group of MBK mentors that she personally recruited to make sure that program is a success. Laura and many of those mentors, thank you for your leadership. We appreciate all you do. And we're proud that Phoenix is one of the most welcoming communities in the country for refugees fleeing war and persecution around the globe. Prince Murray, the young man who led us in the Pledge of Allegiance, he came to Phoenix from Liberia just a few years ago. After completing the College Depot program through a Phoenix Public Library, he became an honor student at Glendale Community College, and he's now about to transfer to George Washington University. He hopes to become a civil rights attorney someday. When I see Prince, I see talent and the potential for greatness. I see our American dream, and I am grateful that our community helped build a bridge for Prince and his family and not a wall. Thank you, Prince Murray, for participating today. We're leading our economy in the right direction, but little of it will matter unless we protect our water supply. It's no longer enough for cities to simply deliver water. We have to lead the way on water planning and conservation. It's the lifeblood of our economy, and the communities that fail to prepare for the impact of a changing climate will face the consequences. That starts by ensuring the long-term health of the Colorado River. For 3 of the past 5 years, the Colorado has topped the list of the most endangered rivers in the nation. And Lake Mead is barely at 40% of capacity. These are perilous warnings that we can't ignore. Instead of a management approach that shifts from year to year, this challenge demands smart, strategic, long-term planning. We can't shift course simply because we had one good winter snowpack. Now, more than ever, we need broad-based system conservation that brings more stakeholders to the table to find system-wide solutions. That's exactly what we're doing in Phoenix. There's a lot of talk about the divide between rural and urban communities. But when it comes to water in Arizona, we work together because resiliency is a challenge we must all rise to. That's why we created the Colorado River Resiliency Fund and why we teamed up with Salt River Project to improve watersheds and forests hundreds of miles beyond Phoenix city limits. The healthy Oak Creek Canyon, Verde Valley, and the Coconino Forest are all essential for all of us. So big cities and rural cities have so much in common here, and water cannot be a zero-sum game. We also know that the solutions we need can't be achieved by a single stakeholder. We have to innovate together. And the recent historic agreement Phoenix made with the Gila River Indian community and others to conserve additional water in Lake Mead is an example of how to get things done right. Thank you, Gila River Indian community, for your partnership so much. I understand, our city council understands, that when it comes to sustainability, cities across the country and around the globe have to lead. With our ambitious 2050 sustainability goals, we are on the way to becoming a resilient, zero-waste, carbon-neutral city where residents can both work a good job and breathe clean air. We've orchestrated a dramatic comeback, and today, Phoenix is one of the most sustainable cities anywhere. We learned that diverting waste from the trash can to the recycling bin isn't just good for the environment, it's good for our economy. And it's the right thing to do for future generations. Last week, we cut the ribbon on a brand new compost facility with the potential to process up to 220,000 tons of compostable material, another giant step towards being a zero-waste city. And instead of paying millions to haul our waste, we're empowering local entrepreneurs and manufacturers to recycle and repurpose everything. Soon we'll open the 50-acre Resource Innovation Campus in partnership with ASU, where innovative businesses can set up shop and access the waste materials they need to make products and profits. Already, one manufacturer is converting palm fronds into a $10 million a year business. Another company is finding new use for discarded mattresses, keeping 160 mattresses out of our landfill every day. It's good for the environment, it's good for business. There is no doubt that we have shaped a city hall that does more than ever before, investing in our economy, boosting trade and education, leading on water and sustainability. But we've also made sure to get back to basics. After all, if you don't pick up the trash on time or keep our neighborhoods safe, voters won't ask City Council back. It's no secret that Phoenix has fewer police officers than before the Great Recession. And despite that, our department has maintained the level of excellence that our residents expect. When I became mayor, we weren't hiring any new police officers, but the majority of this council made tough, smart decisions that put public safety first. And as a result, our department will now add a net of more than 400 new officers by next summer. Thank you, Chief Williams, for helping with that hiring process. And our officers are getting better tools as well. They will be safer with body cameras, and they will be better equipped to respond to the toughest of calls through training on how to work with individuals who happen to have mental illness. Creating a safe community is far more than just police officers. It's about having great libraries and swimming pools and places for our kids to learn and play, safe parks for families to get together. Each year, though, even sustaining our investments in the basics gets more difficult. Rising retirement costs are a fact of life for many governments. That's true with us, too. It's not a problem we created, but we weren't afraid to tackle it head on. We took the hammer to pension spiking, and with several civilian retirement system reforms, costs are now under control, saving taxpayers more than $1.1 billion over the next 25 years. But the pension costs imposed on Phoenix and other cities by decisions at the state level are out of control. Since 2007, Phoenix's annual public safety pension costs have gone up by $150 million a year. That makes paying for actual police officers and firefighters tougher. It's going to pose challenges in future budgets. But we're going to get through this like we do every challenge in Phoenix, by the leaders of the city, working with city management, reaching out to the communities, working with our city employees, and we're going to reach a positive long-term solution. I'm proud of how far Phoenix has come in the last few years. We've taken on big problems, we've made hard decisions, and we are better off for it. But I want to be frank about something that threatens all of our progress, and that is the crisis facing our public schools. As a local leader, it is increasingly difficult to compete in the hyper-competitive economic development game if we don't do more to support our public schools. There's not an inch of difference between the success of our schools, the success of our business community, and the success of our city. And as parents, there's nothing more important to Nicole and me than our children having the opportunity to achieve all of their dreams. But it's not just my children. I have that ambition for every child. And whether we all share that ambition is the single most important question for the future of our state. Will we properly fund our education system so every child can live up to his or her God-given potential? Or will we continue to fall short year after year? More than a year ago, I was one of the first Democrats to publicly support Proposition 123. I took some heat for it, but I did it because it was the right thing to do. Those of us who led the campaign made a pledge to voters. This was a first step, not the last step. I meant it. And once voters approved 123, it seems the state's interest in helping public school kids stopped. It's a broken promise. My sister Maria, she's been a teacher in the Cartwright District in West Phoenix for 20 years. It's unfortunately rare these days for an Arizona educator to stay in the classroom for that long. Who can blame them? We don't pay them enough. My sister and all public school teachers in our state deserve a real raise, not an insult. And expanding private school vouchers on the backs of public school kids will only make matters worse. It's apparent to me that those in the state legislature are not listening to voters, to teachers, they aren't listening to parents, but they will listen to you, our business leaders. And we need business groups to put more effort towards fighting for our public schools. This year, I wish as much effort went into fighting for our children as went into restricting the state's initiative and referendum process. I'm asking you. Actually, I'm begging you to take a stronger leadership role in fighting for our kids. Our economy and our future depend on it. If we don't act fast, our already starved schools will fall over a cliff, draining more than $500 million by 2020. We can't let that happen. We must be brave enough to ask more for our kids. And we can start by demanding that Proposition 301 be put on the ballot ASAP, not just with a renewal, but with an increase. The time to get it done is now. By now, most of you know me pretty well. A kid who grew up in a working class neighborhood on the west side of Phoenix. I went to Mass at St. Jerome's, played hoops at the Boys and Girls Club, worked my first job at McDonald's at 19th Ave in Northern, and graduated from Cortez High School. My dad, he still lives in the same house where I grew up with my brothers and sisters. He worked hard. I watched him every day and on many nights and weekends as he took the bus to his job selling shoes at JCPenney. He and my mom put 4 kids through college while always treating everyone with kindness and being of service to those who had less than we had. All of the Stanton kids chose careers in service to the community, including 2 educators. Phoenix has always succeeded by holding true to the values we learned at the kitchen table. Everyone is welcome, and anyone can make it here. Every day I see that reflected in our city. It's why I'm so optimistic that together we can create the same opportunities that I had for every child, that we can build an economy that lifts every family. We have a lot to be proud of. We turn the page, we are charting a new course. Our city is stronger than ever, and I am so proud of the chapter we are writing together in the story of Phoenix. Thank you for being here today. It's a great year for the city of Phoenix. Thank you, Todd and the Chamber.